Welcome back to the Healing Chamber podcast. I'm Layla Rose. So, today is a very special episode because we will be discussing the dark feminine energy. And what inspired me to talk about this, if you don't know already, I like to work with Source, or some people call it infinite intelligence or God, however you want to call source energy. So I love working with Source, especially when it comes to sharing messages with the collective. And so what I did is I actually took my book that's called Hathor Building the Priestess Empire. That's available on Amazon, and I shuffled a few pages and I asked Source to tell me, what type of subject do people need to hear right now. And it's actually page 51 in the book that came up, and it's about the dark feminine energy. And it's funny because especially now with the Venus in retrograde in Leo, there's a lot of dark Venusian energy in the collective. And also it's important to say this. Men and women have dark feminine energy within them. Oh, all right. So usually it's more dominant within women, but men also have dark feminine energy. And that's also something we're going to be discussing today as well. But first, I want to start by reading that page 51 that Source wanted me to share. And then I guess we can just expand on all the different topics. All right. So it says here, in business, unbalanced, dark masculine energy can manifest as cutthroat competition, ruthless ambition, rigid hierarchy, and the exploitation of others for profits. So that's the unbalanced dark masculine energy, all right? So it says this can lead to a sense of inequality and injustice, with the powerful few benefiting at the expense of the vulnerable many. So it's interesting because that's how society has been built for the longest time, right? And what's interesting is how the dark feminine really steps in, not the imbalance, the balanced one. So again, here we're still talking about the dark masculine, and eventually we're going to be talking about the dark feminine. So it says here, when dark masculine energy is balanced with other energies, it can create a sense of strength, freedom, and equality within social structures. It can inspire individuals to take on leadership roles and to work towards positive change, while also prioritizing the needs and interest of the community as a whole. It's important to say something regarding the dark masculine energy. I feel like, especially in the ancient kingdom and ancient Egypt, that's something that all pharaohs had. It's that really grounded, balanced dark masculine energy. And then Queen had the dark feminine energy that was very balanced as well. So it says here, the concept of dark feminine energy is often associated with qualities such as intuition, passion, sexuality, mystery, and creativity, but it also encompasses aspects that are often considered to be negative or destructive. This type of energy is not necessarily evil or harmful, but it can be difficult to understand and can have a profound impact on individuals and societies. The role of dark feminine energy can be seen in various contexts, including personal relationships, social structures, and cultural values. In order to better understand its role, it is important to explore its characteristics and how they manifest in different areas. Dark feminine energy is often characterized by traits such as intensity, emotion, and depth. It can be associated with aspects of the psyche that are often considered to be unconscious, such as the shadow self, and can be expressed in ways that are often seen as taboo or forbidden. This type of energy is often linked to the soul and the desire for transformation and growth, and can be fueled by feelings of pain, trauma, or rejection. At the same time, dark feminine energy can also be associated with positive qualities such as creativity, intuition, and wisdom. It can be harnessed to bring about healing and transformation, and can inspire others to explore their own inner worlds and to connect with their own sense of purpose and meaning. In personal relationships, dark feminine energy can play a significant role in dynamics between partners, friends, and family members. All right, so now it's page 52, but that was page 51. So it's interesting to notice that, yes, the dark feminine energy is usually an energy that most people are afraid of to work with, because we're so used to working with the light aspect of the feminine. That's usually the one that we see a lot on social media. But that's the thing, like, we need both to be whole. And obviously those same principles apply to dark masculine energy as well. But as we're expanding on the topic of dark feminine energy, it's important to notice dark feminine energy is related to the dark goddess, the dark mother of this 3D realm. And it's also connected to the moon cycle. So the new moon is usually related to the dark goddess, as you know, opposed to the full moon, which is the light goddess. So for example, in Hinduism, the dark goddess or the new moon goddess would be Kali. So you know, she's a very intense character for sure. And then you have the opposite. So Lakshmi would be the goddess of, she's the goddess of wealth, but she's also a Venusian goddess related to art, love, and beauty as well. And so that's also really interesting, is that when we tap into this dark feminine energy, we also tap into our subconscious mind, our unconscious wounds, and we really tap into our subconscious power. And what's interesting with science is that it was proven that our subconscious mind controls 95% of our actions. So that's how powerful it is to start working with your subconscious mind. And one of the ways to do that is through meditation. And so, for example, all the meditations that I have on my channel here, they're all the same. They're all the same in a way that it's called linguistic programming, and it works directly with the subconscious mind. So when I do these types of meditation, I directly work with the dark goddess, because I know that I'm working with the collective subconscious mind, that's why people can manifest really quickly and faster when they do it this way, instead of the more, I guess, traditional way of manifestation that we see on TikTok, for example. Also, regarding to, again, the dark feminine energy on TikTok, that could be a whole episode in itself, because there's so many things to say. But a lot of the dark feminine energy that we see on TikTok is actually the unbalanced version of the dark feminine. It's usually the wounded maiden version, like the teenager, right, version of the dark feminine that got rejected or hurt by the masculine shadow. And so usually when we see this type of energy on TikTok, it's usually the one that wants to get revenge or wants to have men in general just obsessed with them and using all these love spells and magic to create that result, which is usually not aligned. It's usually aligned with the ego and not the soul, not the heart, right? Which is fine. It's a different level of consciousness. It doesn't mean it's bad. It's just obviously when you start using your ego to manifest people or things, it usually never ends well anyway. So that's it for today's episode. Let me know in the comments, by the way, if you have any questions or you want me to talk about a more specific topic. Don't forget also to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.